What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Please let me know what you think. I'm going to save my take at the end of the video. Let's get to it.
Just keep it cool, keep it classy. Let's talk about it.
You had 4 people here. You didn't eat none of them. I ate them. You didn't eat them.
All right. Well, when I pull you up, you gotta be ready. I'm gonna bounce you. Hello.
Hi, Kevin. How are you? Good, thank you.
Good. How old are you?
I'm actually 42, Kevin.
42. Are you single? Are
I
you
am.
single or are you married?
I am single.
Any children?
No.
Would you like to be married one day?
Yes, I would love that. And I actually wish I could have found you early on in life.
Early on, about how long ago?
I think, sadly, I started to realize everything that you're saying when I was 32.
10 years ago, you change every 5 years. I wasn't the man I am today 10 years ago. We all have to evolve. But here's the ultimate question. At 42, you have no children. I'm assuming you don't want kids?
I actually do, but I mean, obviously my age is not gonna, I'm definitely not
Okay.
able to, I guess.
Okay. How tall
Yeah.
are you?
I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9".
What size?
I'm probably an 8 or 10. Yeah.
Try again.
Yeah, probably a 10.
How much
A
did you weigh
10.
last time you weighed yourself?
At 200 pounds.
That's every bit of 12,
Yeah.
14.
Right.
Okay, so you can't do that.
Okay.
Why do I say you can't do that?
Yeah, I really understand that, taking care of yourself. I mean, especially.
Why do I say you can't misrepresent that?
Why do you say that? I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
10, and you're 200 pounds.
Oh.
That's not even close
Yeah.
to your size. Why?
Oh, okay,
When I
okay.
say you can't do that, why would you? And I say you can't do that. Why would I say you can't do that?
Oh, because probably I'm bigger is what you're saying? A bigger dress
You're not
size?
being
Is that what it is? Okay. I haven't worn a dress in a while. I actually gained 55 pounds since COVID.
The reason
So-
I ask these questions is
Sure.
to get women to be honest about who they are. To see if you understand. So if you're 5'9", you're 200. And how many pounds?
200 pounds. No.
Look about 215.
No.
But that's okay. That's okay. You gained 50. You say you gained 50 pounds in COVID.
55.
How much were you
Yeah.
before that?
I was probably about 173 to 175. I always weighed a lot.
173 to 175 plus 55 pounds
Yeah.
is every bit of 225, 230. See how that works? See?
Oh, okay.
See, this is
Okay.
why I'm really an image consultant in real life. And we spend
Got
so
it.
much
Got
time on something. Why are we spending time on this? Not to humiliate you, not to embarrass you.
No.
This is the starting point for me. If you at
Okay.
42 as a woman, if you can't be honest and say, I'm 230 pounds in a dress size 16, 18. You come in
Right.
talking about you're an 8'10", that'll be like a man coming in saying I'm 5'7" with a 12-inch long. He makes $200,000 a year. He on Subway sandwiches. Would that be okay if he did that?
No.
Right. So, and this is part of the disconnect. You ladies aren't honest with yourselves. So I'm going to ask the questions. At 42, you'd like to be married one day. How did you get to 42 years old and not have kids and not get married, and then all of a sudden you want them now?
I became a Christian, and I became very close to like doing things in the church and kind of like serving, and got caught up in like, I'm a special ed teacher, so I kind of got caught up in the service of my teaching career, and then just I think I really was just like hiding from a lot of pain and a lot of issues that, you know, I had in the past that I really never confronted. And I just, my family, we grew up Catholic. Yeah, I am. I just finished my session with my therapist right now. So I'm seeing him 5 years, about 5 years.
Okay. So if you don't get married, what does life look like?
So, right, there are a lot of, what does life look like for me if I don't get married? I'm just kind of trying to just get back to being healthy and balancing my life in a way where I'm not full on into church, where it's just kind of like I got religious in a way. No?
Man, I'm really trying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I was raised a Christian. Church has nothing to do with the reason you're single.
Okay.
And if I can be honest, ma'am, you don't sound like you're ready for a relationship. I mean, at 42, I'm really struggling to get a direct, truthful answer out of it.
Yeah.
It's really what I'm struggling for, to get a direct, truthful answer. See, at 42, oftentimes when I talk about I date younger women in our generation, like, why you want to date a younger woman? You just want these little girls. No, it's because women our age, in our age cohort, how you should be meeting younger women is with wisdom and self-awareness. But if I line what you're talking like now against like 20-something, the early 20-year-olds, y'all sound the same. Except that.
Except what? I'm sorry?
20 and they're still 20 and 20-year-old body, 20-year-old, they got the benefit of you. So.
Got it.
At what point do you think you're going to get serious about the things you say you want regarding a man? Because you're 42. You don't have one more day to wait.
So, Kevin, you talked about training and stuff. And so one thing I am focusing on is actually, I was that career type of woman because I kind of did real estate before. I would kind of flip homes, and I was just dabbling with some entrepreneur stuff where I had like vending machines, like a route and stuff. So I was kind of busy making money as well, right? I live in Los Angeles.
Do you have a roommate?
No, I actually, this is so embarrassing, but my mom gave me her house, and she's getting older. And so I know it was like a thing where she wanted, yeah, I know, Kevin.
You said I was a business person and this and that. I'm trying to hear where the outcomes are. Where's the money?
Yeah.
Are you sitting on millions of dollars?
No, I spent it all traveling.
I went your own home?
Just
you drive a Mercedes,
yeah.
BMW, Acura, or what?
No, I don't. A Toyota. Camry.
Mid-sized car. So, ma'am, that rear and all of that stuff. See, no, there was no career.
Yeah.
So at 42, sounds to me like so many women, you're just going through life. No, I'm just thinking it's gonna happen. So, you talk about training. When was the last relationship you had?
Well, I mean, it wasn't serious. It was like,
you had when?
Probably. Okay, so I was seeing this guy for about 5 years. What, Kevin? Tell me.
When?
It was about like the last time I saw him was about like 6 months ago.
How long were you guys together?
Off and on for about 5 years.
Well, not much work with him, man.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Not much to work with you.
Hmm.
And I'll say is, what do you think you have to offer a man? I'm asking you.
I'm actually willing to, like what you're saying, like be trained, because this last guy, there was a lot of stuff that like he wanted for his household.
What are you, okay, ma'am?
Yeah.
We're talking about starting a whole relationship with a whole new person.
Okay.
They gotta
Okay.
decide.
What
do you have to offer?
It's hard to answer that, to be honest.
Well, you can't. Yeah. Okay. See, as a man, I know that I can't go out to a woman and say, I have no job, no transportation, no residence. I know I have to have something. Even primates and mammals, males of the species know they got to offer something to the females to me. Why I'm doing this is because I'm like, y'all, women today have been told you just have to exist, to the point to where I'm talking to you, you're 42, and you can't tell me the basic stuff that you should kind of have been understanding since junior high, high school.
Well, I know I want to be like a stay-at-home wife. I want to be able to have a home. That's out.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Stay-at-home wife. Why would you be a stay-at-home wife and no kids?
Well, this guy had.
How would you get to retire after marriage?
Okay.
Give me the logic behind that.
Retire, you said. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
if you
got
got
it.
Married and you were a stay-at-home wife, that means you would not work anymore. You'd be retiring from the work world. Okay.
Well, Kevin, okay.
Is that true or false? You'd be retired. You would not be going to do your 40. Okay. That's quitting the work world. That's retirement. And what would you be doing at home?
Well, that's what I wanted to say. You know, I actually meet men who have children.
What would you be doing at home?
I want to have a nice, lovely, organized home for my man to come home to have home-cooked meals. I want to be sane. I want to.
Waiting after the house is organized and he's out making the money. Who would mess it up?
Who would mess it up? I would think the kids, right? Is that what you're referring to? Okay.
I go out of the door to leave you at home.
Got it.
The house
Got
is
you.
clean and organized.
Yeah, I see.
What do you need to do?
Got you. I understand. I understand what you're saying. No, I wouldn't need to do anything because there's no one at home. Just myself. Yeah. Got you.
You want to be a housewife. Obviously, you weren't raised to be a housewife.
No, I wasn't, Kevin. I was not. I'm Mexican. I was born in Mexico. Believe it or not.
How many Mexican women get married and start having their children in their 40s?
Not a lot. Not at all. No.
So, ma'am, are you talking about reality? You said you want to be a housewife. And why would a man go get a 42-year-old woman to start making kids with. And then she doesn't have to work. How many Mexican women are housewives and don't work? I mean, what percentage? Of the Mexican,
I don't know percentage.
Out of 100% of married Mexican women, what percentage of married Mexican women are stay-at-home housewives?
I mean, I wouldn't know what to tell you because I don't look at the percentage, but I'm as far as my.
You need to be able to tell me something.
Well, I mean, numbers I can't.
In order to be a stay-at-home housewife, a man needs to be able to pay for you, right?
Yeah.
So you couldn't be a stay-at-home housewife if a man couldn't afford for you to stay at home. So he has to be a higher earning man. So you're talking about less than 10% of women. See, what I'm trying to get everybody to understand is this is the gap between, this woman is 42, I'm 52. We're roughly in the same age range. But the gap between you and me is the Grand Canyon. When people are listening, it just sounds like you're talking. I want kids and I want to be a stay-at-home wife. And it's like, well, ma'am, you'd be lucky just to have a man at this point. Lucky. Fortunate.
Yeah.
Or do you not see it that way?
I do. I understand it. I understand it a lot.
Then why not just focus? Okay. All right, cool. So I have a question. When women get to your age, I almost feel like you guys are asking for everything just because it's the last call. You ever go to a bar and the bar is about to shut down and they say last call, and what happens? Everybody runs to the bar because it's the last drink and they order a double Long Island iced tea with 3 tequila shots on top. It's because it's about to close. I think a lot of older women are at that point. It's the last call and y'all are just saying you want all this stuff and you're not thinking about how much money is in your pocket and the hangover.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Would you be willing to work just as hard as you're working now or harder if you got married and had a husband?
I mean, yeah, I like the way you put it as far as helping me to think that there would be nobody at home. Yeah. It's just the last guy I dated had 2 kids, full custody of them.
He didn't marry you,
so yeah, you're right. You're right. Why didn't he marry me? I don't know. He just didn't say. I mean, we didn't move forward with that. He didn't say that. He didn't say anything. Say it again.
Who ended the relationship? It's not mutual.
Well, no, it's not mutual. I think pretty much he did. Yeah, he did. He didn't say why. He just stopped calling.
What about the relationship before that?
We would.
Okay. What about the relationship?
Go ahead.
What about the relationship you had before that?
So he was 5 years older, and he had. That was 3 years. Okay, so it was 5 years ago. So like 8 years ago.
How long
8 years ago.
last?
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Off and on.
4-year relationship and an off and on 5-year relationship. Okay, so that's almost 10 years, man. Okay. Have you had another relationship before that one?
Just one more, yeah.
So why are none of these men married?
Well, I can say that the first one wanted to, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to. Well, because I it's the whole thing that you talk about a lot where he was like not educated in a sense and not open to, No, he didn't go to college. He barely graduated. Oh yeah, I did. I went to college.
You get a bachelor's or I got an associate's, bachelor's?
I just got a bachelor's. I got a bachelor's in Spanish, and then I got my credential in special ed.
What do you mean he wasn't educated? He graduated high school?
He barely graduated high school, yeah,
Barely.
and then
He graduated.
yeah, he did, sir.
I
He
don't
did.
understand.
He did.
See, so what I'm hearing is you were better than him. You said he
No,
wasn't
because
educated. When a woman says a man's not educated, that's not a compliment. That means
Gotcha.
your education is higher than his. So no, listen,
Well,
listen.
Mhm. Okay. Yes.
Because you're going to be single for the rest of your life. So you need to understand why.
Yes. Okay.
The man that you likely would have fit with was the guy who barely graduated from high school, but he graduated, as opposed to the woman who, are you a native Spanish speaker?
Yes.
And you went to college for Spanish?
Yes. I was gonna be.
No,
I didn't.
no,
Mhm.
no, absolutely not. You went to college for a useless degree. Okay. So
Mhm.
who was smarter? The guy, but he wasn't as educated. Well, but the thing that tends to happen is when women get those degrees, you feel like it makes you more valuable, even though the degree.
It's true.
So you thought you were better than him. And here's the thing,
It's
that
true.
was likely your best fit.
Yeah.
And I want to know from you and all the other women, why do you guys think you just get unlimited chances? Do you make room for the possibility that you don't have any more chances? That
Mhm.
men don't see you as, because you're not young. You are 42 years old.
Mhm.
Where did I say you would be at? 27, it's time to sell. 30, you're 50% off. 35, you're on clearance.
Mhm.
40, you're in the outlet center. 50, Salvation Army.
Mhm.
You're at the outlet stage of life.
Mhm.
It was a joke, but it's serious. And this is what I mean. At 42, it's like, well, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. And you were with a man in your youth who wanted to marry you and you didn't marry him. Well, that's you're a woman of faith. Does God tell? There's nothing in our faith, the tradition that says you get unlimited rides.
Mhm.
So now,
I wasn't saved back then, though.
that's fine. But now we have to start looking at quality of life.
Yes, sir.
What is the rest of your life going to look like as a single woman?
Yes, that's been something that I'm kind of just thinking, working on,
Yes,
type
yes,
of thing, and I do, sir. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Sisters or brothers?
I have one sister and one. They're one sister and one brother, older.
Is your sister married?
Yes.
Your brother married?
Yes.
Hip up. Get those badges up, people. Hit the badges. Y'all want me to turn the comments on? Hit the badges. Ma'am, I'm not trying to be funny, but the numbers are really stacked against you. Let's say what we have so far.
May I ask why you said about my brother and my sister,
married,
and then you said
so it's not like you go live with your brother,
Yeah.
live with your sister. They got families, they got lives.
yes,
So
they
you
do.
gotta
They
live by
do.
yourself. So
Right.
Let's just take stock of where we are right now. 42.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
How tall?
5'9".
5'9", 230 pounds.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
When I
Okay.
said 5'9", you didn't say anything because you accept that to be a fact. You are 5'9".
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
you are every bit of 220, 230 pounds. I can see your
Okay.
face and your hands, and I do this for real. Stop paying attention
Okay.
to something that you need to accept the fact that that's the weight.
Okay.
You walk
All
around
right.
in a puff jacket.
I just took a walk outside, but yeah.
Stop.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Stop lying.
Sorry.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay.
42, and you ain't doing nothing about it. So that's even more. 42, 230 pounds. And your job currently is what?
Special ed teacher.
So you're a teacher. So you're
Yes.
earning middle class income.
Yes.
All right.
So I just have to kind of, what do you recommend? Just worry about me
Well,
and survive?
truthfully, I don't know if you're gonna like what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
You don't make enough money to. Who's gonna pay for your retirement after you're 65 and you can't work anymore? Who's gonna pay for that? You'll get if Social Security is around, you'll get a fixed income, less than $1,000 a month. Teachers do you have a pension?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And you live in LA?
I'm investing right now. Yes.
You're investing, okay. Ma'am, you can only invest what you earn.
Well,
So
yeah, okay.
So you can't just, it's like say I'm investing, that's like you only can invest what you earn, you don't make enough money to get a massive return. So
Yes.
at 65, when you are no longer capable of working and earning a living,
Mm.
who's gonna pay for you?
Mm.
When your money runs out, when the pension runs out, and if the less than $1,000 you're getting from Social Security ain't enough, you don't own a home, the Camry will be dead, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? See, more you.
Well, I'm screwed. Like you said, I'm screwed, right? Like you said, I'm screwed, right?
But what's gonna happen? If you can't pay your rent, what happens?
Well, I mean, I'm trying right now because I have thought of that, Kevin. I really have.
What happens?
If I can't rent, you said, what
Pay your
happens?
mortgage. What happens?
I don't really have a big mortgage. I'm trying to pay it off right now.
If you can't pay your mortgage and you can't pay your utilities, you don't have enough food money. You don't have enough money for medications and gas. Something happens in the house, you don't make enough money. What happens?
I'm screwed, basically.
See, I want you guys to understand that women really, truly do not want to say what, just like that thing about their weight, they won't go all the way down to the end. Where in the world can a single elderly woman survive on her own?
Where can an elderly woman? I mean, my experience has been that I've seen elderly women, especially in our community, like no matter what, like people care for them, but that's not the goal. That's not my end goal.
Are these their family members?
Family members or even like friends.
Okay,
like I've seen
in your neighborhood, they're just as broke as you. They're just as middle class as you. So how?
Yeah.
See, this is what the position you ladies are in. You don't have a husband, and you're going to run out of money. And you think the government or somehow the neighborhood or family, well, your family. So you're going to be a burden to somebody else, is what it is.
Well, right now I am kind of making moves with some certain things. I'm turning the house into a rental unit. I'm gonna do an ADU, and then I'm trying to buy another house right now to do. I'm trying to buy units right now to, get rent, and then also my dad left me some land in Mexico on the beach. So my sister and I are working together to. Well, we're trying to build something where we want to do like an Airbnb because it's right next to Puerto Vallarta. So my sister and I are working.
You're taking you're taking money and let's just go with that. You build it and You take the land that's on the beach and you build it into an Airbnb. You buy another house.
Mhm.
It's still contingent upon somebody paying rent.
Okay. Okay.
What if nobody rents them?
Okay.
What happens?
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's that risk,
No.
right?
What happens? You take all your money and you invest it
Mhm.
into a property and you hope that somebody rents it.
Well, we do have experience. Like my mom had a hotel out there, my aunt had it, and so
Well, I don't have any sympathy. I don't. Middle class, special ed teacher thinking you're going to be a real estate mogul in your retirement. Just admit, I'm clutching at straws. Everything I'm doing, I hope it works, and it has to work. Because I don't have a husband, I don't have the relationship skills to keep a relationship together, but this makes me doing this, and it's all got to work. Versus doing the one thing that has worked for thousands of years. That's why I'm having this conversation. So I want you guys to understand how women are doing things these days. The simple path is, I need to get a husband. I need to get somebody in here that I can split the bills with so we can grow old together, so he can watch my back and I watch his back. So we can combine incomes together. But no, I'm talking to a woman who's a special ed teacher, and you talk about you don't even own your own house. Your mama did something with that, and you got some money from your daddy, that ain't yours. You taking that and invested into something, some property in here, and you playing Monopoly and Donald Trump, and it all gotta work. And that makes more sense than saying, I need to keep that capital.
Okay.
Because that's not a guarantee.
Okay.
Or is it?
No, what? No, I mean, there's
all
all.
building a home for an Airbnb. What if Airbnb ain't around in 15 years? Are you really honestly thinking about the 65-year-old you?
Well, that's how my mom and my aunt retired.
Your mom was married to who?
My dad left when I was 13. Okay. So my mom started building a hotel in her 40s.
Okay.
And my aunt did too. And then also I had my own home. And I had a hotel in it's called Guayabitos.
Mexico.
It's like 45. Yes, in Mexico.
Your mother lived in the States.
She lived in the States till she was until my dad died. Say it again.
Was in Mexico.
She built it in Mexico in her 40s.
Right. The hotel was in Mexico, a different economy.
Yes.
At a different time.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, this is exactly what I said.
No. No, Kevin, I really appreciate it. I do. I know.
I'm frustrated because so many women have been so lied to that this makes sense.
Yes, you're right.
Like, well, my mom did it.
Yeah.
In Mexico, you're in LA, and you're a special ed teacher.
Yeah. Yes.
You haven't built any.
But
you assume that everything you're gonna do is just gonna work because your mom did it, and then your aunt did it. Was your aunt married?
my aunt wasn't married either. She got divorced. Yeah. This is why. No, it's true, Kevin. Yes, they are. And
the issue is, this is what happens when average, and I want you guys to think I'm being difficult. Remember that when she was younger, she thought she was better than a man who wanted to marry her. Mm-hmm. Guys, that's what you guys forget. Every 40-some-odd-year-old woman that I talk to tends to have had left a man in their youth who wanted to be with them, and they turned him down. You thought you,
Kevin, can I ask?
Nope,
okay.
That's enough. Okay. I don't want to keep doing it.
All right.
That's enough. See, and I was looking at my comment section the other day, and he was talking about this whole Valentine's Day. And the guy said he and his wife went out on Valentine's Day, and they went out and they were having a good time, and all the couples were having a good time. And he said he looked over the table full of women who were out on Galentine's Day, and the women were like, "Yeah, we don't need no man," and blah blah blah, just loud and so on and so forth in a restaurant where all couples, right? Then, and as the story goes, a man proposes to his girlfriend in the restaurant. And all the people in the restaurant are, oh, how beautiful or whatever. And then one of the women who were at the Galentine celebration all of a sudden started talking about, how come I can't get a man like that and this and that, and starts crying and everything else. And then the way he tells the story is all the attention went from the newly engaged couple to consoling the woman who was crying, who was just on some I don't need no man shit. That's the problem. We console women. We console women in their errors. Just like people in the chat room. Oh, you're beautiful, honey. You're this, you're that. That shit ain't helping these women. At 42, I'm talking to the women who are 20, so you can understand and you have choices. At 42, this woman's talking about she wants to be a housewife and have kids. Telling her she's beautiful. How are you helping by keeping this delusion going on? And it doesn't have anything to do with not being a beautiful person. It has everything to do with she still has the mindset of I'm independent, me. Everything that her future plans is me. I got to do it all on my own. Okay. You can't build vertical. This is what I'm telling you. Ladies, stop allowing these women just to tell you what you want to hear to make your ears feel good.
This video was very telling. A shout out to Kevin for pointing things out. There is something in particular that I did notice about this video. Now, she was not combative or disrespectful at all, but you can already see the masculinity. So this woman decided that she wanted to pursue her careers early. She wanted to chase the bag, have all these ventures. And hey, if you want to get your money, get your money. The problem with this is this comes with a cost. And this is what happens when women prioritize their independence. You see, oftentimes women always seem to think once they go out, spread their wings, fly, go all over the map, do all these things, these grand adventures, and then towards the end of it, now that it's time to settle down in your eyes, now let me go get this guy. But I want this guy to do this, and I want him to be like this. The problem with that is when you age, your value does decrease. And when that happens, you can't really be picky. And especially if it's women who have children. And no knock to women who have children. But hey, when you make these decisions, they will impact your life later. And just by the facial expressions this woman made, it seemed like some of this started to set in when Kevin started to point things out, because she is a lot older and she's more masculine than anything. So at this point, she's just going to have to take what she can get, or as he usually says, buy a dog and die alone. I know that sounds cruel, but that's the harsh reality when women decide, I want to prioritize my independence. All of these things are always fine, but just remember, the grass isn't always going to be greener on the other side. And the ones who do come out and end up getting that guy, these are anomalies. We're not speaking about that. Generally, a woman who prioritizes herself and her own happiness, her own personal gain, in the end, that personal gain gets diminished because she starts to really think about that, and then the regrets will set in. So I do encourage all ladies to really think about that. There's nothing wrong with being, in the business, depending on what it is. You can do that. But I do encourage women, especially in your youth, to find your husband early, because you can do that. And then that guy, especially if it's that guy that you are genuinely looking for, you can see a future with him. You can see him building, or, things are swell, whatever the case may be, whatever floats your boat. But during that time, of building, or if he's built, whichever, and you're married, you can always go and do your businesses during that time. You know, I speak from experience only, you know, because I'm married as well. And, you know, she found her husband first. And then after that, you know, she decided, hey, I can do stay at home work. Again, I know that's not for every woman, but that is something to really think about, because what you don't want to do is start to think about this stuff and then have regrets based off of everything that you've ended up doing, or you start to cope and you come to that realization that, you know, you fucked up. So now I'm going to have to be alone, or I'm just going to have to lower my damn standards. And that's just the reality of it. And this is not him being mean. When Kevin says these things, he just wants to punch reality right at you. He wants to leave it at your doorstep so you can really think about it. And that's the problem nowadays. The grass is never, or I can't say never, most of the time it's not greener on the other side when you prioritize your independence first. Anyways, let me know what you think. Comment down below.